So your inner self is female. Do you have a name, or do I call you energy? What's your name?
Energy.
Energy. As you connect now with this body, I want you to tell me, is this the first time you've been with the body, or have you been working with her for several times?
First.
It's the first life. And what is it that you're working with her in this life? What's changed that you've moved in to work with her?
Care.
Care. Is this care for others or care for self?
Others.
For others. How is she doing caring for others?
Well.
She's doing very well. So what I want you to do now is I want us to scan the body to see if she's got any memories from previous lives or any energy that we can release today in her body. So as we start at the top of the head, working our way down now, starting at the top of the head, scanning down the face, down into the neck area and the shoulders, into the torso and the heart, going into the stomach area, down to the hips, the thighs and the knees, all the way down to the ankles, to the tips of the toes and back up. Tell me, where in the body can we work with today?
My chest.
Your chest. So energy, chest and your tummy. So energy, what I want you to do is I want you to travel down to that chest. And as you travel down to that chest, you're going to be able to communicate with all the cells in around that chest. And as you do, you'll just have a knowing of what that chest is trying to tell you. So what's happening in the chest?
It's tight.
It's tight.
And heavy.
And heavy. So as you connect even more with that tightness and that heaviness, tell me, is that a memory that she's holding from this life or a previous life?
This life.
This life? How old was she when this happened?
4.
She was 4 years old. Totally detached from any pain, fear or emotion. I want you to see her at 4 years old now and tell me what was happening at that time. I want you to connect with that tightness and heaviness now. And that little child at 4 years old, was she inside or outside?
Outside.
She was outside. Was she on her own or was she with someone else?
With someone else.
Who was that someone else? Look at them. Were they male or female?
Male.
Male. Who was it?
Dad.
And what caused her to have that tightness in her chest?
4.
A fall. So where does she fall from? See the whole picture like you're watching a movie.
Wall. Brick wall.
She fell off a wall. And she's been holding that memory in her chest all this while. So what symptoms does that do to her, this tightness in her chest?
Can't breathe.
She can't breathe.
Feels compact.
Compact. So is that what happened to you? You felt the shock and it went straight into your chest?
I feel like something's on me.
Something's on you?
Mm.
So let's have a look at that.
Like it's dipping.
It's dipping? So I want your inner self now to go into your chest, to go to that area where you feel it's dipping, and tell me, is that another energy that's come into your body, or is it shock?
Energy.
It's another energy. Knowing that you are energy and you can communicate with energy, ask that energy, how did it get into the chest? What does it say? Did it get in when she fell off the wall?
No.
No? Ask it what is that energy doing there?
Protecting me.
Protecting you? What is it protecting you from?
Pain.
Pain? So when did that energy arrive in her body? How old was she?
10.
She was 10. What was happening to her when she was 10 years old? Let's go back in time. Feel yourself going backwards in this life, getting younger and younger and younger to the age of 10 years old. And tell me what was happening in your life then.
Playing outside.
You were playing outside?
Ponies.
With the ponies?
On the garden.
In the garden? And tell me more. What happened next? Did that energy just come into your body, or did it come for a reason? So I want you to connect with the energy now, and I want you to give permission for that energy to use your voice to talk to me. So energy, I want you to tell me, did you jump into her body at that time when she was playing with the horses?
Yeah.
Yeah? So are you the energy of someone that had a life on this earth, or are you just energy? What happened to you? Well, I want you to see yourself before you jumped into her body and tell me, did you have a life?
Yeah.
So were you male or female?
Male.
You were male. What happened to you?
I don't know.
You don't know? So you don't know how you passed? See yourself on your last day. Murder? You were murdered? Who murdered you there?
A white man.
A white man? So are you black? So what did he murder you for?
I don't know.
You don't know? And did you not know how to go to spirit?
No.
So being in this body then, you're not really protecting her, are you? You're just taking up space in her chest. When you could actually go back to spirit. Well, what I want to do is I want you to visualise a screen in front of you, and I'm going to count down from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1, I want you to see that screen come alive, and you'll see who's waiting for you in spirit. 3, 2 and 1. See that image there now. Who's waiting for you to take you home?
No one.
No one? But what I want you to do now is I want you to know that Source is waiting for you. that you need to go home and to be released and to be healed. So I want to call on Archangel Michael to come and shine down that blue sword of light all the way down to her body and see that channel of light. And I want you to bid her farewell now as you slide up the light through the tunnel and into spirit. Can you do that?
Mm.
Yeah? So bid her farewell as you release. Thank you. So I want to talk to the inner self now and tell me, how does her chest feel now that that energy has gone out of her body? Is it
Freer.
freer? Mm-hmm. So tell me about her tummy area.
Sick.
Sick?
Mm.
Uh-huh. Is that from this life or a previous life? What's the first impression?
This life.
This life? How old was she?
10.
10? Uh-huh. And what made her sick?
Guilt.
Guilt. Uh-huh. So this is an emotional sickness.
Mm.
So travel down to the age of 10 years old and describe to me at that time what was happening with her. Mm-hmm.
You see hair.
Hair?
Mm.
Uh-huh. What colour is that hair?
Dark brown.
Dark brown. Uh-huh. And as you look at that hair and you step back so that everything comes into focus, seeing it very clearly now, is that a man or a woman? Or a horse?
Like a lion.
It's like a lion.
Mm.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So tell me more. Tell me what happens. See the scene unfold.
It's outside.
You're outside. Uh-huh.
And it's like late afternoon.
You're outside and it's late afternoon.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. And you can actually lift yourself up so that you can be an observer of the whole scene, so that you can view it with an aerial view, detached. So tell me, was it a lion that you saw or was it something similar?
It was a lion.
It was a lion.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. So where was she to see this lion then?
Africa.
Africa? Uh-huh. So it's from a previous life, is it? Or was she over there when she was 10 years old?
No.
Previous life?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So what I want you to do now is I want you to connect with that life in Africa and travel all the way down that timeline. Just feel yourself drifting, floating down that timeline to that life in Africa, and tell me, were you male or female?
Female.
You're female. Uh-huh. So you saw this lion. What happens next?
There's clouds.
Clouds.
And the sun's going down.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And the breeze in the lion's hair.
Yeah. There's a breeze in the lion's hair.
Mm.
Very good. Just tell me what happens next. Were you sick in that life?
Mm. No.
No? Mm-hmm. So why take me to a memory with a lion in Africa? What is significant about that time? Why does she hold that memory in her tummy? Of guilt. As you look at the lion, does it look healthy or sad?
Healthy.
It's a healthy lion. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
There's a cup.
And a cup.
Mm.
Very good.
And 2 cups.
2 cups. Very good. Mm-hmm. So what happens to the lion and the cubs then? Do you leave them there or?
Mum and babies.
They're what, sorry?
Mum and babies.
Mum and babies?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
They're friendly.
Uh-huh. So why do you feel guilty about this? Do you need to capture them or do you leave them?
I leave them.
You
I watch
leave.
them.
You leave and watch? Mm-hmm. And that made you feel guilty? No? Mm. So why is that memory in her tummy? What does it remind her of when she feels it in her tummy? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So shall we release that memory now, as it doesn't serve you? So what I want to do now is, I want you to connect with your stomach area. And as I use my wand, I want you to now begin to start drawing all that memory of that life in Africa out, drawing it out and let it float up to spirit to be released. So when you're ready, 3, 2 and 1. Just allow all that energy and that memory to go up to source now. Just alleviate that stomach area. Allow that memory to go back to source. As your stomach now recalibrates and is ready for more memories. Thank you. So as you look around the body, is that it for today? Or shall we get to the questions? Just look around the body.
I have pain in my side.
Which side, the left or the right?
My right.
Your right side? Uh-huh. I want you to go down to that side of your body. And as you connect with that side of your body, tell me, how does that feel? Is it tight? Is it anxious? What's the emotion?
Stabbing pain.
It's a stabbing pain. Mm-hmm. Well, communicate with all the cells and the muscles now. You can do that. Ask them what's happening in that part of the body. Is it a memory from a previous life or this life? This life? Uh-huh. So what is this memory from? What is she holding in there? How old was she?
15.
15? Uh-huh. I want you to travel backwards in time to when she was 15 years old, to wherever she was living and whatever she was doing, and tell me what was happening with her life at 15.
School.
Uh-huh. Did you enjoy school?
No.
No? Why? What was happening at school? You got bullied? Uh-huh. And is that the reason for the stabbing pain in your right side?
Yeah.
But you survived that, didn't you? Yeah. So shall we release that today? So I'm going to come now, and on the sound of my wand energy, I want you to feel that you're drawing all that memory of that bullying out to allow it to release back to spirit. 3, 2 and 1. Just feel it drawing up and out at the side. And as it does, I want to call on Archangel Raphael to come down on the colour red green, and as he does, I want him to pour in all the life force of new beginnings. So feel that green energy now going into the right side. That's right, just recalibrating, filling that up, and the more you need, the more energy and love that you need, the more you shall have, until you're completely restored. Very good. Now I want to ask a few questions, and my first question is, how many guides does she have?
3.
3 guides. What do they do? Light. Uh-huh.
Warm.
Oh, warmth and light. And I want you to visualise those three guides in front of her. What do they look like?
There's a zebra.
Zebra? Mm-hmm. Connect with that zebra and telepathically communicate with it and ask it, what is the message that her guides give her today, for today, in this life? What message would they give her?
To be kind.
To be kind, Mm-hmm. Is this to herself?
Yeah.
Yeah, to self. Mm-hmm.
And to look after.
And to look after herself?
No.
To look after others?
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Very good.